Of course, so there's only the one open door. Okay, let's watch this again.
Powerful enough. Give him another dose of jets.
I'm gonna go pee now.
Any more may cause permanent neurological damage. We don't have a choice. We are running out of time here. Running out of time? What do you mean? Is there something we should know? I just got word that American forces have invaded China. They invaded our homeland already? Why didn't you say something? I didn't want to cause too much of an alarm, but we need to progress with this. What should we do then? We're going to have to find and lock Prometheus into the catalyst. Are you sure about this? There may be no going back. I understand that, but we are out of options. If that is what has to be done, then...
Okay, I'm back.
What are you doing here?
Wash my hands and everything. Got a question. Why are these Chinamen speaking English? They're both native Chinese.
You there. What are you doing down here?
Why are your eyes purple? How can I get my eyes to be purple? Wait, better question. Can I get them in any other color? Not that there's a problem with purple, but I'd like options. I love options. Who are you? It says in the corner, not gonna bother. What is this place? Pretty sure I already know. I just want to know what the hell is going on in this place. I was just wandering around. I'm here to kill any communist scum I find. I got no problem with communists. Generally. Until they start pointing guns at me. At which point, I no longer have a problem with their commies. I have a problem with the fact that they're pointing guns at me. I just want to know what the hell is going on in this place.
What do you suppose you'll find by coming down here then?
Oh my god. Everyone's dumb. Everyone's dumb. I know there is something down here. I can feel its energy. Can I? I wouldn't have gone through all this trouble to get down here for nothing.
I see. Then I assume you must already know about Prometheus.
Nope.
I'll explain more to you up here, assuming that I can trust you. But for now, you're free to explore my laboratory. Just try not to cause any trouble.
Oh, see, you're a nice guy. Okay, gotta save here, because apparently I do have multiple options. Excuse me. Didn't mean to bump into you, but you were right in my face. Nothing in here I care about. I'm not even gonna bother checking the lockers. Bunch of broken terminals. Nothing I care about. Hey, friggin'. Oh, look, it's the pantry. Excuse me. This is stuff I care about. Ammo and meds. None of it's marked, so it's not technically stealing. You're a communist, so you're fine sharing. That door's still locked. Hey, Dr. Shoelaces.
So you're here for answers then? Well, let me first introduce myself to you. My name is Shirkum Shule. I was the head scientist who led Project Illuminati, which is likely the center for all of the unusual phenomena that has been occurring in this hotel.
What has been going on in this hotel?
It's a long story that begins with Project Illuminati.
Oh, please, go ahead, because this story hasn't been long enough. This video is multiple parts.
Project Illuminati began long before the First War between China and America in Anchorage, Alaska. It was strictly meant for the purpose of spying on the Americans, but it involved a somewhat unorthodox means of doing so. It involved the use of psychics. Psychics who were capable of seeing through walls, who could see into the realms of one's mind, who could even expand their consciousness beyond their own physical body. The problem was that most self-proclaimed psychics were never capable of such abilities. But Prometheus, he was another story.
Tell me about Prometheus. I'm so interested.
Prometheus was a psychic at birth, an original psychic, so to speak. He discovered his abilities when he was still just a child. As you can imagine, he used his powers at his own discretion, often manipulating others and even matter itself.
At his own discretion.
Once his powers became known to the public, it wasn't long before he was taken away from his family and to be studied and experimented on. He was still only a child at the time.
This sounds a lot like Fear, and it sounds quite a bit like Evil Within. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you just ripped off Fear. As well as a couple other games, because there was that very blatant Portal reference. What kind of experiments was he put through?
The experiments involved putting him through a series of rigorous tests in order to get an idea of his abilities. Once we discovered his limitations, we began injecting him with drugs and other stimulants in an attempt to enhance his psychic abilities. But even with all the enhancements, we still needed to get him as close to the enemy in order for any of his abilities to prove useful. That's why we brought him here to the Bavaria Hotel, which was as close to the heart of the enemy as we could get him.
That guy's not gonna wind up raping me at the end of this mod, and then one of us is gonna wind up getting ghost pregnant, am I? How could anyone do such things to a child? Dude, I would do such things to a child!
Those were desperate times back then.
If I got paid enough.
I did, but at the time, I believed.
Let's be honest, I would probably do worse to a child. Okay, shooting a child in the head or doing those experiments on him, which is worse? Debatable. Sorry, where are we?
Everything that I have done here was for my country and my people. But now, I'm not even sure if any of it was even worth it.
I did this video for my channel, and right now I'm not even sure any of this was worth it. What happened to the Bavaria Hotel?
The Bavaria Hotel. Where to begin? The Bavaria Hotel was just one of the base of operations that Chinese spies had set up in DC back then.
There are other Chinese spies hidden throughout DC. I know that. Just keep talking.
Once we got Prometheus into the hotel, we began testing to see if his abilities could give us the results that we needed. But we realized that his psychic powers were still not strong enough to see into the walls of the Pentagon.
It's obvious what was important about the Continue.
So we were tasked in finding other ways of increasing Prometheus' psychic strength. Even the drugs we injected him with were no longer sufficient. We discovered that his psychic powers could be strengthened by absorbing the thoughts and memories of others. But in the process, it would seem that their very souls have become forever trapped within his psychic energy. For years, we allowed for Prometheus to absorb other people's minds, but the side effects of doing so had begun to jeopardize the hotel. It was causing people to go mad. At first, people began seeing things. They thought that the hotel might just be simply haunted. But then, people began to become more forgetful. Some couldn't even remember who they used to be. Then came the suicides. The Bavaria Hotel soon became known as one of the highest suicide locations in DC. Finally, there were the homicides, where people had begun to lash out at one another in psychotic rages. And despite it all, the American government paid little attention to what was going on in the hotel. They assumed that the residents were merely suffering from stress-induced trauma caused by the current war with China. Virtually, they managed to overlook every single incident, except for one. It wasn't until a U.S. senator was found murdered in his penthouse suite that the American government would begin to finally pay any attention to what was really going on in the Bavaria Hotel.
You mean the U.S. senator who was murdered by a prostitute named Angel? What finally happened that... Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. How did you know that?
I saw it in a flashback!
So it seems. Perhaps you possess the same psychic abilities that Prometheus has. Very interesting.
No, that's not what happened. Oh, if that's what the mod author's saying happened, the mod author is an idiot. What finally happened at the Bavaria Hotel?
After the U.S. senator was found dead, it took only a week before American forces came barging into the lobby of the hotel. He finally realized that something suspicious had been going on at the hotel, and communism was their first culprit that they suspected.
Isn't it always?
They began rounding up the residents and interrogating them in an attempt to flush us out. Some of us attempted to delay them.
We are having unconditionally high levels of rain this season. Must be communists. And then later, communism turned to terrorism.
I couldn't allow for that to happen, so I made the only choice.
Wonder what's next.
I hijacked Prometheus, which gave him full access to his powers, but consequently left me with no control of what he did with them.
Why didn't you just kill him?
I thought about it, but everything we worked for would have been for nothing. I couldn't have just destroyed the thing that I spent the last 13 years creating. Let's just say that I had a sentimental attachment to him. I don't think I ever realized just how powerful Prometheus had become. Because when I had shackled him, his surge of power shook the entire hotel. That for a moment I thought he was going to bring this building down to the ground, but instead he did something far more inhumane.
You see, you spilled it right that time.
Into a killing frenzy. Men, women, children, everyone just began killing one another. It didn't end until the amount of power Prometheus had surged into the hotel eventually caused the fuses to blow out, plunging the hotel into darkness and leaving Prometheus in a dormant state, and remained that way for over 200 years. That was, of course, until someone restored power back to the hotel and awoke Prometheus from his slumber. I can only presume that that was your doing.
Now, if you've survived down here for so long, why hasn't Prometheus' powers affected you in any way? Where can I find Prometheus? Perception, it seems like you were trying to do more than just spying on the Americans.
By what do you mean by that?
I don't know. I think you were trying to use mind control on the residents.
Perhaps so. But what's your point?
You said that Project Illuminati was strictly for spying on the Americans.
Yes, this is true. But think of the possibilities. We could have made people protest the war, rebel against their own government. We may even have been able to force the American president from ever using their launch codes and preventing an all-out nuclear war. I made a choice that I thought would save the world and make me a hero. But now, even my own country would see me as a traitor for what I did. There's nothing that can be done to undo the past. You just have to live with the mistakes that have been made.
Why hasn't Prometheus' powers affected you in any way?
This lab was specifically built to block out Prometheus' powers, so you can manipulate us in any way.
Yep. How have you survived down here for so
We
long?
had enough food supplies down here to last us centuries, even though I never actually expected we'd be surviving out here for centuries. But it turned out that all of our food supplies had come from the Momo Dulce's food processing plant, which had all been contaminated with radiation.
That would explain the ghoulification. Where can I find Prometheus?
He is deep underground in the catalyst that was designed to channel his powers. He's been in there for so long that we'd likely kill him if he ever tried to leave his container.
What if I wanted to kill him?
There is a terminal in front of Prometheus' container. Now, supposing that he just doesn't tear you to pieces the moment you get in near him, that terminal can be used to purchase container.
You wouldn't care if I kill him?
Not one bit. I've had enough of this place that I no longer want to be a part of anything that goes on in here. I'm just glad that the power is back on so that we can finally leave this place. Here, I'll even give you the key to the door that leads down to where Prometheus lies. Take these as well. I call them spirit grenades. They're what I use to keep those phantoms that Prometheus summons away. Although these grenades are harmless to the living, a single one of these grenades can dispatch an entire room of phantoms instantly. You're going to need all the help you can get if you think you can take on Prometheus. Now that I've answered all of your questions, may I ask you something?
Go on.
Why might you want to kill Prometheus?
I want to free the souls of people who have been trapped in Prometheus' energy. I want to absorb more of Prometheus' powers. I just want to put him out of his misery. I was just curious as to whether he could be killed or not. I'd like to keep my reasons to myself. I have no interest in his powers. I have not that much interest in the people. I don't care if he's miserable or not. I am kind of curious.
Was that at all? Well, just remember that it was curiosity that killed the cat.
It was curiosity and a lack of better knowing. Do you know a man named Lieutenant Reynolds wants you dead?
I assume he must be a part of the remnants of America's government. Even after 200 years of a nuclear apocalypse, they continue to hunt me down. I guess war just never changes. I suppose he sent you to find me.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do Let. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, Let.
It's probably best that you don't get involved with this. Politics never lead to anything good.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Warning, once you use this elevator, there will be no going back, so ensure that you are fully prepared for what lies beyond. Now I'm prepared. Wait. Oh yeah, it saved me anyway. Oh, my pumpkin bread's ready. Hey, Promi! How do you get brains that big? Seriously. Hey, Eddie! I'm looking forward to seeing you in New Vegas, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of your bros in Fallout 4! Huh? Yeah!
Welcome, chosen one. Welcome to my world.
Excuse me? Why not? Why not? Oh, for God's sake, so I have to listen to this crap? Oh, activate Catalyst Terminal, open container. Oh my God!
You have finally arrived. But now are you capable of embracing my power? Simply use the terminal to link a power transfer to the conduit. Then place yourself into the conduit to receive my power.
You know, I was seduced into doing this by Handsome Jack, but at the very least, he was charismatic. Why do you want me to have your power? What if I decide to purge your container instead? Yeah.
I want someone to carry on this power. Someone who has proven themselves worthy of spreading its influence throughout the wasteland. Something I have never been able to do.
Look, Promi, I don't have all goddamn night.
This is why I want you to free what's left.
What if I decide to purge your container instead, you horrible, horrible freak of nature?
You will be making a grave mistake. Not only will I be destroyed, but you will be destroyed along with me.
And that's what save states are for. Why will I be destroyed along with you?
This entire prison was built to be self-sustained through the use of my power.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Removing my energy from the equation will result in a catastrophic meltdown that will obliterate,
Yep.
as I am sure Zeus told you that. Or did he leave that out? Betraying you.
I'm sorry, who's Zeus again?
Just as he had betrayed me. It seems now
You only have one choice to leave this place alive. I hope you don't disappoint me. I have to go now. This is what save states are for. Fuck you and your magic bullshit. Ah, damn it. Why can't I just purge it? No. Initiate container purge.
Purge initialization complete. Now awaiting final authorization for container purge.
Yep. Okay, no wonder I'm going to die, because my character will not frickin' move. There we go. Yeah, could have gotten a head start, but no.
All personnel must vacate the premises.
Why is the mod author insistent on giving a Fallout character magic power bullshit? What happened? Okay, where am I? Where am I? What is this bullshit? God damn it, if you love Skyrim so much, fucking play Skyrim. Keep your goddamn Elder Scrolls bullshit out of my Fallout. You even like the summon phantom spell, I don't care, I'm never freaking using it.
I have been waiting for this day for a long goddamn time. The day where I am finally set free from this hell. And I have you to thank for it all.
Didn't I kill you? I thought I killed you.
Don't be so naive. I cannot be destroyed. For I exist as an entity of pure energy.
I have a weapon that shoots pure energy.
On the other hand, are far more fragile. In fact, the only reason why you're even still alive is because of me. I can save you from dying. I can grant you immortality. And all you need to do is surrender yourself to me.
Or I can put in a console command. I can do that.
What are you waiting for? Simply come closer. So be it.
Yep, get fucked. Get fucked. Chainsaw missile launcher, gonna blow your face clean off your head. How about you stop running away from me, you dirty coward? And see, for someone who's so goddamn powerful, this is how he plans on killing me. By waiting me out. By having me die of old age. Oh god, he's been a long time thinking about doing this, hasn't he? Yep.
You are certainly making this interesting.
Well, I haven't done anything yet!
Easy to manipulate as Revis, but now that I exist within your body, it won't be long before your body is mine to control. And soon I will become you. I will take your identity and make it my own, while you remain a slave to my power.
Why are you doing all this? I don't care. I just want him to never open his mouth again. There is one thing you overlooked.
Oh, And what would that be?
You're in my world now.
We'll see about that.
Emma, is he in my... God! Fuck it.
This isn't over yet.
Well, that was easy. And I know it's part of the whole shish kebab thing, but seriously, seeing the big man himself have an oven mitt on, that's kind of funny. And I'm not even going to bother looking around where I'm going. It doesn't matter. Okay, now I'll look. What is this, the last Starfighter?
This is only just getting started.
Okay, why would you give me the... What is going on?! Falling into the abyss will not only randomly teleport you to a surface, but will also fully restore your health and action points, whereas enemies who fall into the abyss will be killed instantly. Okay, works for me. Especially since that one thing was supposed to shoot me forward, but didn't. Dumbass.
Get down! You like that, you bastard?
Yep. Wow, didn't even come close. Yep, there you go. Why am I not shooting forward? Idiot.